Hi everyone, it's really good to be here today. I was saying this is my first NetNode meeting, so I'm very happy to be here, and it's indeed my first time in Sweden as well, so that's a double. Thanks for having me. Today I'm just going to talk about the Internet Exchange Point database, the IXPDB. I'm just briefly going to give an overview of what EuroIX does. So we are the Association for Internet Exchange Points in Europe, but saying that we do have a lot of members outside Europe. Indeed, we just had the first IXP in Saudi Arabia join this week, so we're very happy to announce that. As I said, we're a membership-based organization. We currently have 83 IXP members. We hold 2 forums per year, and these are hosted by our members, and it's in a different European country each time. Our next one will be in Galway in April, and I hope that some IXPs who are here today will join us there. If you need more information, we have that on our website. We also maintain and develop a number of database and tools, which I will talk about as the main point later on. We have a benchmarking report, or we reproduce a benchmarking report, and this is an internal benchmarking report. So it's for the IXPs who are our members to see, what's happening in each region, what are the pricing, to compare if they're similar or different in different metrics. We have a number of mailing lists so that our members can talk to each other. We also have newsletter, which comes out every month, a number of working groups, and we are present on a number of social media outlets. So I'm mainly going to concentrate on the IXF and the IXPDB, as I mentioned before. We are part of the IXF, and it also consists of the Asia Pacific Association, so the regional associations. It consists of Africa and Latin America as well. You notice there's the big blue corner there, North America and Canada, that they're not operational with their association at the moment. So just to give a little bit of information on how the different regional associations are doing, we've just had news that there will be the next meeting for Asia Pacific in Hong Kong this year. AFIX currently have 37 members, and ISOC has also announced that they will be handing over the Africa Peering Forum to AFIX, so they'll be organizing that going forward. LAC-IX are organizing their first LAC Peering Forum, along with LACNIC, and their next meeting will be in Panama on April 30th. And so this basically demonstrates the growth of the IXF and how they're doing. Some of them has also started to charge membership fees, so we're very happy to see that growth. So, as we all know, IXPs are now considered as a core internet infrastructure, and they're carrying more and more of the world's traffic. However, while there are a number of directories and databases, there's none that's really fully, I'd say, authoritative, and that's why the IXF have come together as associations and want to build a database that will fill this gap or fill the role to do this. So currently, the big databases that we do have, some of them are done, updated on an ad hoc basis by membership admins. Some of them are updated manually. Some of them are updated, by the members, but none are fully concise, I'll say. So we aim to have the IXPDB do this. So the IXF, as I mentioned, aims to fill this gap. The key thing that the database will do is that it will acquire the data directly from the IXPs. and this will be done through automation. We'll also be using data from third-party sources to help improve and show a more holistic view of the internet ecosystem. And one of the key things as well is you'll be able to do with the system is to provide interesting reports. You'll be able to have visualization of trends, and it will show you how, the changes of IXPs and of traffic data. So as you can see, the IXPs will have a direct export to the database, and this will be done through Web GUI and APIs. So here is some of the database content, and this will be the primary data from the IXPs about the IXPs. So this will be mainly the data which the IXPs will have automated about their members. So it will contain detailed information on the networks present at each of the IXPs. So it will have information such as port pricing, peering policy, and others. I'm not going to read that out. I'm sure you can see it for yourself. Just give you a moment. So you might be thinking, this is very interesting, what I'm talking about, and it's, it all sounds very good, but what does that mean for you, or what are you going to do with this? You might be interested to know that, what trends are happening in your region. So you'll be able to see, join dates which help identify new participants. It will illustrate growth trends over time. As I said earlier, there's going to be a visual aspect of this, so you'll be able to map this on the database visually and see what's happening. So as it says there, you'll be able to see the aggregate growth, traffic, and how this correlates to trends. And as new members join, this will also be more illustrative. So something else that might be useful is that you'll be able to see what types of networks are connecting to the IXPs. So you'll have categories such as, ISPs, gaming, transport, CDNs, and these will facilitate the exact mix of networks that you are looking to pair with. So you can also use the compare function to see which ASNs are unique to that internet exchange. So as we move further into development, you'll be able to have much more refined queries that will include info such as what routes are being offered at that exchange. And this will help you again because it will help to see which ASNs are unique and to see which AXNs to join. You'll be able to see also which regions are performing better across certain metrics. Again, you can use the compare tool, and you can use it to compare against other IXs, other countries, other regions. And with the integrating map-based visualization of query results, you'll be able to see on the map different changes that are going on at the IXs and how this affects the traffic. And this is something that I particularly am looking forward to seeing how this works. So, a wise man once said that automation is the key to our success. And we couldn't agree more, and which is why we are building a database which will be fully automated. So we began our work for this database in July 2017, and we've recently launched a limited version of this on the Euro IX website. But we are going to have further changes. At the moment, you can have the system is automated from 2 sources. And this is the JSON IXF member export and IXP Manager. IXP Manager actually has its own inbuilt export to the database. And you can see this information on your IX/IXPDB. There is still lots to do, and we are working very hard to bring a lot of changes. Currently, we want to work with all the IXPs to implement the latest IXF JSON schema, and also encourage all IXPs who are currently using IXP Manager to update to the latest version. We also plan to migrate the IXPDB to its own database, or its own website. So work is currently being done for that, and we'll be updating the community on how that is going. We are working with the other associations so that they can work with IXPs in their regions to do the same as well. And as I said before, you'll be able to have the integrate through Web GUI and API. So that's it about the database, but we are looking for funding for the database and sponsorship. So if you are interested or you have any questions about, or further questions about how the IXPDB will work, please do let me know while I'm here, and I'll be happy to answer any questions. And thank you.
So we have some time for some questions. Does anyone have any questions for Rebecca on the IXPDB? Right there, please.
Hi, Fredrik Nordernet. Didn't we already have one peering DB? I mean, why do we need another one? Why wasn't all this time and effort instead committed to that project instead of doing one more?
So currently, I do know that the IXF and peering DB do want to work together, so there is talk to work together and integrate this. I think on the slide, 1 second, you can see we do have these databases on the side there. So we are working, talking together to do something.
Because for me, I would turn those things around, right? I mean, because you work with IXPs, so you essentially harvest the information that IXPs have and present them. The information that IXPs is not always correct, of course. I mean, when I joined AM6 like 45 years ago or something, I gave them. I mean, I've never updated my information with AM6 essentially. So, but I take care of my own information, so I do that on PeeringDB. Mm-hmm. So this is going to be a really hard job to sync these sources of information together. So I would really like to see how that will do in the future. Yeah. And also, I mean, there's a lot more that is happening on PeeringDB than just getting information about IXPs and what people do at IXPs. I mean, there's tons of really good entries on PeeringDB that has 0 IXPs listed, but people use it for targeting PNIs and that kind of stuff. So it's going to be interesting to see how, you know, who is the actual authoritative data here. I'm still thinking that PeeringDB is going to be the authoritative data, and you will just be cloning it, but we'll see, I guess.
Well, the main thing that we want to do is to have this automation. And for me, that will be what will, enable the IXP to have more accurate data, as I said before. So, and I also mentioned we will be working together, and we are talking with PeeringDB. So,
good. Make it one database. That would be great. Thank you.
Thank you.